Day 36 of the Wholistic Fast. Today I'm going to introduce the Gnostic way. I want to go back to what we've been talking about over the last few days in regards to attachment. So everything that we do, especially everything that assists us to move into greater love, greater awareness, into the evolutionary up the evolutionary scale, however you want to say it, there is always a temptation to become attached to the things that have assisted us or the people. Like it can be, attachment can come in many, many forms. So today I'm just going to introduce the Gnostic way with that knowing that anything that assists us, we can have that inner gratitude, of course. Our elders, I have had such great teachers and such great elders in my life. And that has assisted me greatly in where I am today. Like in so many ways, it can't even be described. So of course that gratitude comes in, that humility comes with those practices, people, everything that can assist us. Yet we really have to be vigilant and on guard for those times when we want to stop there. Attachment stops the growth. Attachment will limit how we move, or limit our freedom. So behind me you see the what can be described as the violet fire, the violet flame, a depiction of it. And when we talked about coming from the emotional body into the mental body, I spoke on how the rules of the game change, where we go from the transmutation powers of love, forgiveness, and gratitude into the power of the violet fire, the violet flame. And it's this power within us, this flame within us that we actually can see with our inner vision when we have gotten to that point of transmutation of the mental body. We will see what's going on. Remember, we start to restore our inner vision when we transmute anger. That's when our inner vision truly gets restored. And you can see that it happens gradually, and sometimes we'll have big shifts, but it does happen gradually. And as we progress, that inner vision and that inner knowing continues to increase. So when we get to that place where we see that violet fire, then we can, that it's always within us. Everything is within us. It's not that we are creating anything. Everything is already there. The love already exists, even though we're not aware of it. Everything that we are, all the beauty that is within us is always present. And so is the violet fire. So I chose this depiction when I decided in 2021 to make my work a what do you call it? It's like a certified organization, or like a non-profit in Canada. And I did that because I was requested to by people who have been doing my work that wanted to practice bodily autonomy in this country of Canada. Let me see if I want to read you the creed. So I sat with a lawyer for a few days. When I made this decision, I sat with a lawyer for a few days to, just let me get my website up here. To come up with, what is required for Canadian government. Oh, this is going to take a minute. So there is, we had to meet it's just me. I had to meet certain qualifications and jump certain hoops in order to become a legal organization. So upon doing that, I looked at, maybe I can do this here. Let me just look if I can. Okay, I'm going to read you the Gnostic Way Creed. So in Canada, we need something called a creed when you make yourself a registered organization. So this is the Gnostic Way Creed that myself and my council came up with. The Gnostic Way is men and women committed to personal freedom through the evolution of consciousness. We are sovereign beings. We, as sovereign beings, are free to follow our conscience and free to choose personal bodily autonomy. We claim the freedom to travel and to move freely upon the land. We have the freedom to choose and refuse medical treatment. We claim the God-given freedom of spiritual practice, faith, and community. Gnostic means, gnosis means knowing. This inner knowing develops and refines with conscious awareness. We continue to deepen our awareness of inner knowing through physical principles, and in brackets, right action, transmutation, and in brackets, consciousness change, of thought, word, and emotion. In this way, we develop an openness to ever-deepening spiritual awareness. We equate this ever-increasing awareness with freedom. Personal freedom leads to healthy community, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Through consciousness work such as body electronics, we continue to rise in greater awareness of love, compassion, and peace. The evolution of consciousness is a continuous process of transmuting resistance, in brackets, anything less than love. By the consistent release of resistance, we perpetuate consciousness change in an evolutionary direction. By love, for love. From here, life flourishes with creativity, inspiration, compassion, grace, and most of all, love. So that was the creed, the Gnostic Way Creed. And I was calling my work for quite some time the Gnostic Way. And then I decided to switch it up, and I've been working just with holistic health, self-healing for the last, I guess, several months. But the Gnostic Way is really the container, and you'll see that on the next few posts, how the Gnostic Way is really the container. And when I use the word Gnostic, I mean the internal, your internal life, your internal, you can call it intuition, but that's only the first layer. So it's like this internal process that is to me the Gnostic Way. That's why I use those words. And of course, gnosis is wisdom or knowing. And that wisdom and knowing has to come from within. It can't come from without. We can only learn so much externally. We can read, we can listen to teachers, we can have those assistants, we can have those practices and principles. Of course, those physical things are going to assist us. Yet the true shifts, the true change to consciousness must be internal. And that's where the difficult work, that's where the challenging work comes in. I keep saying that over and over in the fast. And of course, I've been saying it for decades with people who have come to me to learn body electronics or whatever, whatever I'm teaching at the time. So let's complete it there. I think that's really what I wanted to say. Really, that everything that I'm introducing, and I touched upon it yesterday with when I gave the warning about the attachment to spiritual ideas or spiritual, even religions or anything to do. Anything at all, anything can be attached to, but we really have to be vigilant when we're speaking about and introducing ourselves to spiritual well, it's just spiritual activity, I guess, learning from the outside in. That's really where we have to be the most vigilant, to watch for that anytime attachment is coming. So yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it for today. And you can find this fast and a lot of my other work, 500 plus posts on wholehealthcenter.com, also on X at EliaHart111. And I've been posting this fast on Facebook group, Holistic Self-Healing. I'm really weaning myself away from Facebook. It's really not being, it's not really, I'm really not vibing with it right now. And I really feel it's exiting my life. So, but I am putting it there. And so you can find me there, Elia Hart, and then just look for Holistic Self-Healing group page. So that's it. That's it for today. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the fast. Fasting from all that is needing to be let go of in our lives, which makes space for everything to come in that is beautiful.